Well, we've gotten to a new part of this adventure, and with me standing over the trunk, you would think maybe I was going to start working on the trunk. Well, I am kinda, but we're going to be working on this stuff in here. Oh man, so buckle up, because we're going to go ahead and cut this whole thing out, and I have a insert that we're going to put in there. That way, whenever we actually come here to the bottom arrow, I'm going to get rid of this little donut spot there where the old tire used to be, and we'll actually be able to utilize this. So let's get started. Myself my grinder here, and we're just going to go along this edge right here. Right here on this side there is actually some stuff right here, so this cut over here is definitely going to be intriguing. Does feel like it's like right up against, whenever we're cutting right here, I'm probably going to take it down and right next to that edge, but the whole point is to just cut this whole circular piece out. And that's what we're gonna do. Here we go. In cutting this, if you can hear me right now, I'm going to try to do this. You get a perfect cut all the way around, but when you get back to this back corner, there's actually stuff that attaches to the back, and I have to do some surgery. Wish us luck. Well, that thing can go in the bin. Now, when you have a big hole in your floor, usually people won't call that a success, but I call this a success. Because, as you'll see here in a minute, I've got a perfect piece that will fit right in here and give us all the space in the world underneath for our air diffuser. Okay, and we're back. Let's talk about this. So, this little piece here, where I could not relocate out of the way, so I spent some time, and I just went ahead and built a box around it to protect it, and basically got that in place. So now I can actually start working on the floor itself. As you can see right with this, I've got it kind of taking shape now. This thing is going to fit right between the rails, and then we're just going to attach it right down and then fill the other areas in. So we don't have any air gaps, and then we get to work on the bottom. But right now, time lapse of banging. So at this point, I'm going to kind of do that same thing over probably a couple hundred times. I'll bring you back whenever I'm attaching it down. have been working, and I took the splitter back off. I have some items up here. We had the splitter on there whenever I did a quick dry run, but I had to pull it back off so I can finish it because I have the upper and lower ducting to do. I have the upper ducting mocked up over here. Basically now get to make that out of a metal structure. This area over here is all taken up by that pre-existing item, so only air that'll flow is through here. Once that's all done, I will probably have a formal time lapse of putting it together because I have to take all the parts back apart because I have the metal over there and paint it and all that good stuff. Just wanted to bring you some progress.
Tomorrow.
All right, and we're back with another update. So the cardboard was helping, and I've got some metal now formed. I'm not really recording a lot of it because it's a ton of banging to get this metal to conform to what I want. And again, I still have to sand it and clean it all and prep it and paint it. But I wanted to take a second because it's been hours, and this is as far as I've gotten. Metalworking is not as easy as it sounds. So now, when you look down in there, you can actually see the rear end. And that's how that's gonna be for that bottom piece. And then I still gotta cut the ones for the bottom. But it's kicking my butt. Just doing this box here has been a pain. And right here, I'm gonna be bending this edge over so it'll make a nice edge off the back, but it's boxed in.
One eternity later.
All right, here's another update. We are way many more hours into building this rear diffuser with a lot of math changes. Math is telling me I'm not going to need a center air thing, that I shouldn't have any disturbance or turbulence, but I guess in due time I'll tell if I need to ever make one. So I'm going to forego making the center divider here because this is a great channel that leads right down to the rear end there, and it'll help with additional cooling and create a pressure vessel to pull through here. And I haven't, all of my time has been building this thing and getting it supported. So now it's time to go ahead and take it all apart. Or we'll take the unit off of it and sand it and get it all painted black so it kind of matches the carbon fiber. But there's an update, and I have to say that this has been a very humbling process. Anyone who makes any of these aero devices or pieces, I have a lot more respect in doing all of this because, wow, what a chore this has been. On with the taping off and painting and priming phase. What a lot of work this is turning out to be, but the first part should turn out pretty nice. Now that we have the diffuser back mounted up, I've got the original 4 points. This point here, another point here, another point far over here, and one point here. Since I had to actually cut out here to allow for more airflow to come past this diff, it weakened this center. So now we've got 2 more additional points with some all thread holding this whole thing. It's all nice and steady, but I do have to cut this all thread now off at the appropriate height.
Eventually,
And I have yet to pick all my tools up, but I finally have this thing fully mounted in place with the correct angles so it'll actually come flat with a flat floor. You can see actually down inside now that you can see all the way to the rear end. There's the fins on the rear end. So you got that nice little pathway, all nice and blocked off. Nice flat bottom. Rear diffuser, flat bottom rear diffuser.